want to
let's not having this conversation.
I wanted to ask Wiley.
Just make him great again, bro. What's going on?
Hey, guys, I wanted to ask Wiley something. I wanted to ask him if do you think Casado's the man of the match today from playing against White, but he's been outstanding.
Wait, guys, bring Joe Blackman in right now. I want to talk to him.
Joe Blackman has the keys. He comes in when he wants to come in.
Because you say to him that about some of the, Rashford about criticizing.
Don't worry, the good, bad, and ugly is coming. Because, we're still in the watch along, guys. It's like 10 minutes.
Joe Blackman, yeah. Big up to you, mate.
But listen,
you can't smoke at Chelsea, mate. We're top of the table. Where are you, mate? We're in title challenges. You ain't nowhere to be seen.
Listen, bro. I know you're far away from us, and I know you're guaranteed that you're going to finish in top 4, in my opinion. But I don't think, City will not finish in top 4. There is no way in hell that without Rodri, they're weak. They're a weak team.
Guys.
That's a fact.
It's December.
I'm enjoying it.
100% Man City are a weak team. Do you know all these Man City fans hyping up? Yeah, they're going to win Premier League every single season. Yeah, but what they're doing this season, they're dropping because they're on 126 charges. And I can't wait because next week's the day. Do you know, Pape, next week, Wednesday's the day where they go to court to find out if they've been guilty or not guilty. Do you know that?
We'll be there.
Can't wait. I'll be there for that. Pape, if you do soon, you make sure you get me on, man, because I'm going to slate Man City big time.
For sure.
If they get away with it, what are you man going to do?
Also, there's also Newcastle as well because of the owners situation as well. Don't forget that.
Oh yes, Wednesday.
If Man City gets away from it, then it's a fix. Because then they should have allowed Everton to get away from it.
Yeah,
but I think Everton's situation is a slightly different situation.
This football, they're not gonna get away with it, brother. So
we'll see. We'll be there, guys. We can only predict.
I'm not.
But
guys,
I want to ask one question, please.
Hold on, before you ask the question, I want to say thank you to Emma Tews. He's a sporting fan in our community. Big up to you. Thank you for gifting us Amorim. We will treat him well. We will give him time. Thank you. Thank you. He's our jewel.
I hope so. I hope so, Pape. I hope so.
The question I want to ask, guys, the panel, after today's performance from Gerald Brightwaite, do you guys still want to go and get him?
No, thank you. We're backing out of it.
I think he's on his way to Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah, but what was the question? Who was he saying about?
Braithwaite, bro. You want him?
Braithwaite. Nah, he could keep with the relegation like Man United, where they're down the table, because we got better players now. We're top.
Nice.
By the
this Everton, guys.
Wait, hold on. What's the points difference between Chelsea and Man United? What's the points difference?
Ooh, don't wait, Chelsea then.
Way ahead. Do you know how many points we're away from you?
Yeah, how many?
How many?
What is it from on?
We're 8 points away from you now, mate. 8 points.
8 points. Interesting. So what happens if we catch you up?
Pape said about this the other day, two weeks
ago.
Don't
trust Chelsea Dan's math, by the way.
No. The thing is, he said that you're 6 points, and when you're going to win, it didn't happen. When you lost that game, we won that game. We got further more points away from you.
Dan, as it stands, you have 25 points. We have 19 points. How?
Yeah. So what's that? Oh, no, so what's that? What's that one? 19-25. Yeah, that's 6 then. Sorry, 6 or 7 points away from you.
Never ever trust Chelsea Dan's mathematics.
Yeah, no, but Pape, I ain't really looked at the table. But the thing is, you told me 2 weeks ago you're catching us up, and you didn't. You couldn't beat Ipswich.
Bro, just
and you know this lot. You don't.
My Christmas will be about.
You know, by Christmas, no, you won't. Because we're in top 4, mate. We're top, and we're keeping a clean sheet. Like we kept a clean sheet. We kept clean sheets.
You got the most clean sheets. Don't talk to us about clean sheets.
Most clean sheets. You ain't got the most clean sheets.
What?
Onana. Yeah, we do actually. We do.
Chelsea.
We have the most clean sheets.
Yeah. Today. No, you don't.
Bold statement. In fact, It's
Wait,
Onana
Onana's got the most clean
for
sheets
most of
though,
it.
as a
The most
keeper.
clean sheets.
What is he talking
Onana.
about, Bali? Can you tell him? Because he
Onana,
doesn't
Onana is gonna.
How? What makes me
The game is on. What is this?
You need to sin bin these liars, you know.
Yeah.
Pending.
Was sin
Benita.
binning for fraud, Chelsea then, and was sin binning Riley
Guys,
for
Ahmad
saying
on
Zexi
the
is the best
on the
player.
pitch is down, and we are talking about Chelsea. We don't care
Yeah.
about Chelsea. Our
Oi.
important players down there.
No,
So
Bro, this is a bad
one
news.
thing I
If-
wanted to add real
Mondial.
quick here is basically the manager is given a chance to multiple people up front, but they seem to Rashford's got the most goals between them. I think he's got 3. Hoyland's got 2, and now Xerxes got 2.
Come on.
So the race for who's going to be the main number 9 is actually heating up right now.
This is what you want, Valitech. This is what you want. Hoyland
This is a test, brother.
Zexi
This
The
is a
same-
test.
Hoyland.
The same players who couldn't score goals, and people were like, "Yeah, how is the manager gonna get goals out of him?" I told you that foolishness, bro. That other guy was killing us, bro.
Oh man,
Nonsense. Give him time. Time to do our
it's
bro.
a good thing
Give
right
us-
now that you guys are seeing for yourself. Because I said it, I kept saying it like number one, his system was bad because that system was making everybody, there was nobody looking good. And the fact that you have people talking about Ahmad, Anthony, I'm like, guys, what are you doing here? Nobody's playing well at United. Everybody's crap.
I think
They're
the
all
only
crap.
criticism I would say is that the system that we was actually playing wasn't the manager's system. He was trying to adapt to the players that he believed that he had. But in hindsight, he should have just said, forget all this. Either you're playing my system or you're leaving the team.
3-0, guys.
I like that opinion.
Palmer.
That right there.
Oh, Palmer just
That's
scored
where
a
he
big
lost
goal.
it. Right there.
That goal
That's
was
where
sick,
he
man.
lost it.
That was a sick
When he said,
goal
"I can't
from
do my
there.
thing," I said, "Oh Lord."
No, the Lieutenant lost me when he came outside and said he cannot play the Ajax way. I was like, this guy is
Temple,
crazy.
that's what I'm talking about. When he said, "I
The
can't,"
Ajax way.
Eh?
You had about 35% of Ajax player in your team, and you're saying you cannot play like
Brother.
Oh, man is so happy, man.
Yeah, no, that was Cole Palmer goal was sick. If you guys see it, it's a very good goal, you know.
Get it there.
Yeah, you know, we won
Look at
4-0, you won 3-0, so what? We are the better team. That's the type of reason.
Like, at least it for a while, it's actually okay to see United brag, like brag,
Right?
like brag. Even going to that.
Fair dues to winning 4-0, but look at the goal difference. And we could go and make it 4-0 now. And if we go score another goal, we go second. We go above Arsenal. Actually, we do go above Arsenal. We're second in the Premier League now. Second in the league.
Chelsea, Dan.
Okay, but listen, guys. Dan,
Showcase?
I'm gonna ask you this question, and also Riley as well. Do you think Chelsea are in the title race
Of course we are.
this season?
Yeah, of course we are.
No,
How can you not?
Chelsea, that even your manager said it.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
okay.
Man United couldn't beat us. Arsenal couldn't beat us. Yeah? We haven't lost any game apart from Man City.
Don't get it twisted.
So how can you say we're not title
You
challengers?
couldn't beat Man United.
You
beating
had to beat. You had to score by a penalty.
Okay.
And you couldn't beat us. So don't come here with Man United couldn't beat us. Which Man United? The Man United that was losing to everybody but you. Your team failed to show up, bro. And on that day, your team was even worse than our team. So what are you talking about, bro? Stop rewriting history, bro. You guys, we want to beat Man United 4-0. Where was the 4-0 that day, bro? Where was it?
Not just that. You couldn't even beat Manchester City at your ground. And by the way, you couldn't even beat Liverpool. That's the main thing. Okay, you couldn't even be in that title race. So
wait. So because they could not beat Man City and Liverpool, they're not in a title race. But I don't believe
No, I'm not
Chelsea and
I'm not
Italy
saying
race.
that, Timber.
I don't think so. I don't believe so.
refuse for him to paint a narrative that
Because
we
they're
failed to
playing
beat him as if it
well
was
at
on
this
us.
manager.
They were expected
Because-
to beat us, bro. They failed, bro. They were the failures.
I know they
They
failed.
You know,
That-
they don't
that-
feel. Let me tell you
You
what
are,
happened.
hey,
Vegeta, Vegeta,
Let's
let me
finish
tell-
the game. Let's finish the game, guys. We can talk let's finish the game. We're 2 minutes away from the end of any time. You know?
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
4
I'm
minutes
not
left
letting
right now.
anybody come and talk crap about my club, bro, as if it was a different game. They
Vegeta,
underperformed.
Vegeta.
We didn't score our chances,
Oh
bro.
God! So this is what winning gets to do to you, Vegeta.
No,
I know
bro.
you're on
No,
a therapy.
Timber,
You is that Vegeta?
Timber. I'm
Yeah?
consistent, bro. I'm not talking out of my ass. He's talking. He says we didn't beat them. Excuse me. Which game were you watching? Were you in the game? Because Chelsea was absent. When they did the register, they say Chelsea absent. They went there. They failed to show up. Talking about you were playing Ten Hag, the one who's supposed to be beaten. Remember they said, you know what, we can't wait to get you. No, they played rude, but it was right after we fired our manager, and they said, we can't wait. It doesn't matter. Rude, couldn't beat him. Nonsense. Couldn't beat our interim.
No, I said if it was Ten Hag, we're gonna smash you guys, man. I also say it. If it
Bro,
was
they
Ten Hag,
failed to smash Ten Hag. Bro, they needed to cheat last year to win against us. Don't tell me about this team, bro.
they did
This
not
team
cheat
seems
against you. When did they cheat? When? Before 3.
That game there.
Before 3.
Yes.
You guys were
Yes.
sleeping. You guys were sleeping. Your defense was sleeping. Honestly.
You know what, bro? You
God,
like you're a Madrid
6.
fan, bro.
And he was screaming Ancelotti out. Now
Yeah.
I'm not saying that anymore. Come on,
Me?
Ahmad.
Oh, Ahmad, ref.
Make them dance.
That should be penalty.
Penalty.
And embarrassing to this referee. How is it not a penalty? Check the fuck.
Noah, relax. It's 4-0. What like do you want to spare Everton? You want to spare Everton?
Somehow, come
Bro, I
on.
want to
Look
hat trick,
what
bro.
yesterday.
What one
Also,
with
they
that?
scored 5, and you're expecting us to be 4. Come on. This is ridiculous.
Hey,
You
bro,
know
tell
that.
me
VAR
what difference.
That should be penalty.
Hey,
You know that.
Papa, because there's the same thing on this guy
All
called
day.
Friegas, like, instead of kicking me.
Can I answer
I
your
did.
question,
No,
Noah?
wait there. The situation at Man United game, yeah, I've never said that we was going to smoke you 4-0, right? The thing is, you had to score a penalty, and we scored a goal. Like Man United helped you out with a penalty. That's what the decision. You couldn't score those goals. We should have
let them talk.
No. The Liverpool game, the
And then you must keep quiet.
Liver
When it's such a
VAR,
wide
the Liver VAR pool game, Santos got a penny. Yeah, so then the next minute, Carwell did exactly the same thing. Liverpool get a penny. You're salty, mate, because how could we cheat last season when we beat you at Stamford Bridge, yeah? With
Why
Cole
would I
Palmer.
salt for you, bro?
Cole Palmer.
What
How
salt
can
would
you
I
think?
have for a team
You
that
know,
won
the thing
nothing
is,
last
the
season?
thing is,
What
the
salt
thing
would I have for you,
the
bro?
thing is, in the day, you can't talk to us, yeah, that you ain't.
We can't talk to you.
You can't
Who
talk.
are you, bro?
Look at your goal difference. Look at you. Look at your goal difference,
Can I
bro.
answer
You
that
can't
question?
you can't
You
talk
can't
to us. Go on,
no
Wally.
offense. Look at no difference. Look at us competing for. That's what you sound like, bro. You don't even care about titles. Goal difference. Get out of here, bro, with that loser mentality.
Yeah.
This is a very nuanced
Um,
argument that I'm hearing.
Papi, you're mute.
It's quite nuanced. This
I
about
know,
arguing
it's
for
nuanced.
everything apart from first. It's very nuanced.
Oh my goodness.
It's very modern,
Guys,
modern fan.
I can't believe we won
Okay.
4-0.
Can you
At
please
this
repeat
point-
what you just said?
Guys, let's check it. This person Fulham.
You see,
right
I
now.
predicted
They have
3-0.
7 minutes left.
Look at this. Ikahen says, watching this game, I feel embarrassed that I was a member of the THDL. Bro, why? I don't know why you're speaking to me right now. What you said, Ikahen, it resonates. It resonates with me. But wow.
Well, Percy, well, talk to us nice. Talk to us nice. Because we're 1 point behind. We're coming for you, brother.
Can I answer
know
your
that.
question, Noah? It will depend on the results we get, because if we lose or draw, we drop points in this title race. So it depends on the result Chelsea gets, really, to be honest with you. It depends on the results on what we do. Because even if we slip up, draw or loss, that is going to damage any hopes of the title race for us lot.
Listen, I understand. Listen, your manager, they are doing great because look what some of the players that you have, Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, even Sancho, and some of those players that you have. Listen, I know the most biggest problem in Chelsea is Robert Sanchez. That's all I can give you. That's all I can give you. If you don't fix the situation that you're having right now, regardless, that means who's going to be your next number one goalkeeper? That's the question you need to find out. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. With about 3 minutes and under 3 minutes to go at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game is still on.
Yeah,
They
2
added
minutes
7
to go
minutes, but
between, Spurs and Fulham. They are
while we're
still
waiting for
1-1.
the Spurs game, guys, we had a bit of a rant going on between me and Chelsea. Then let's bring it back to the game. Mick, you back? You want us to add you in?
This is
All right. We'll
this
circle
is
around to Mick. Temba, did you catch the whole game, bro? Temba, with us, Mr. Banks. All right, we'll circle around to Mr. Banks. I think he's sleeping. Noah, what do you think about today's game, bro? Give us your highlights, your man of the match, all of that fun jazz.
Listen, in my opinion, I don't know what to say, but in my opinion, listen, we've been playing well. Rúben Amorim's style, listen, the pressing, this is why I expected from my players. So listen, I would rather give man of the match to Rúben Diallo, my bullet. That's what I can say.
Yes, I agree with you. Diallo has been everywhere today. He deserves man of the match.
Yeah.
What Vegeta, go ahead, bro. You're moderating the conversation, so.
Yeah. Bailey Tech, bro. What are you saying, bro? Like, what do you think of both halves? Who's your man of the match? Is there anything you didn't see that you wanted to see in today's game?
I think pretty much everything that I wanted to see, I saw. I said I wanted more goals from the suspect strikers in the team. They added more goals in the second half. Amad Diallo just cemented himself as the man of the match, in my humble opinion. And I think after we got the fourth goal, I think we was just on cruise control. I don't really think we were trying to force any more goals or anything like that. We were just taking it real easy. I think that's what we essentially need to do. Get 3 or 4 goals up and then just chill and then think about the next game. Because at the end of the day, like, when was the last time we saw 4-0 against a decent team? Not like against a team in like a lower division or anything like that, but against a team in like the Premier League. Like, it's a long time. So, you know what? I'm happy with this result, and the manager's cooking, and we should just let him to continue cooking and don't question like the players that he decides to start or the positions that he decides to put people on. Because at the end of the day, he knows something that we don't.
Facts, bro.
And
Facts.
it's
Bro. What are you saying,
full-time result. Spurs 1, Fulham 1. Full-time at Stamford Bridge. 3-0 Chelsea.
We did it.
Super Sunday.
Well
Up and running, everyone.
As for Aston Villa, side eye bombastic. But Bots, what are you saying, bro? Enjoyable game?
Bro, I'm happy the goals were flowing. I'm happy Zexi got his goal. His goals, he needs that for his confidence. And for me, Amad Diallo he's one of the first names in the team sheet after Onana and Bruno. And that I love to see. You know, at the end of the day, the Xerxes goals to me mean that there's more competition for that, you know, like center forward position. They have to like push each other. I'm talking about Højlund and Xerxes because we know Højlund has been in good form. And I would have loved to see Højlund actually, but there was no need for Rasmus to come out. today. He didn't need to come outside. So I'm glad that we could get 4 goals without Højlund. Only areas to address for me is the midfield. I still feel like we're still not as imposing as we can be in the middle. And I think that's just a matter of just getting the personnel right, getting the partnerships, and and with that, that will come with time. So I'm looking forward to the next game when we play Arsenal, because now the stage is set. I feel like the confidence is growing. And I want to just see us build on this. It's one step at a time, one game at a time. Let's not get too carried away. Of course, we've been starving for, goals and winning and a positive goal difference. But these things take time. So you got to just build one brick at a time. That's the part for me that is exciting. So yeah, those are my thoughts. And I will give my man of the match to Amad Diallo. He stood out like a sore thumb.
Nicely
Yeah.
done. Yes.
Agreed.
Just want to read this quickly before I hand over to Mick. And it says, great game from us, but we need to be holding that ball more in the midfield. We are way too sloppy with possession in that area and open to counters. I want to hand over to you, Pace, on the back end of that comment, Mick. How did you see the game? Do you agree? Do we maybe need
to... Well, me running a fever... Can you hear me? Me running a fever, I thought, what am I witnessing here? 4 goals was a long time I saw. I thought, maybe it's my fever. Maybe it's not. You know what I mean? But listen, guys, you can laugh as much as you want. When was the last time we saw us scoring 4 goals? And so happy that Xerxes finally got 2 goals in one game. He's been criticized. And Marcus Rashford also. So our 2 strikers scored 2 goals each. And kudos to the young Amad Diallo that has been taking Amorim's instruction and being converted to a left wing back. He did this amazingly. I mean, he was the man of the match, according to my opinion. But if we take this run of form that we are right now, prior to Amorim coming in, we've been unbeaten. And Amorim's record is still unbeaten. And this result means, people, we're climbing up to ninth. So we're slowly coming from behind, and we're cooking our way.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Hey, yo, pause on the behind.
But what's really impressing me is when you actually look at the bench and look at the players to start and the players that we have on the bench. All of a sudden, we have squad depth. We easily just saw this game out through, with the substitution, right substitutions, 3-0 up. 20 seconds in the second half, and we were in cruise control. When was the last time you saw us play like this? 60% ball possession. I mean, Erik Ten Hag could hardly string, and he was a possession-based manager, could hardly string 60%. Total shots 11 versus 8. Shots on target 5 versus 2. I am very, very happy with this 4-0, to be honest. And 2 yellow cards taken by key players that means that they will not make it through Arsenal. This is Lisandro Martinez and Kobe Mainoo, unfortunately. But in overall, my man of the match needs to go to Amad Diallo. He deserves his roses. He was instrumental in breaking up the play, serving up. Hey, tap-ins. Come on, man. I'm super gassed. How about you guys?
Oh, no. That's a good look at the game. And, talking on those yellow cards, Pev, first of all, let's talk about the game and the effect that those 2 yellow cards might have looking ahead at Arsenal, bro. What do you think?
Wait, are you asking me they took them yellow cards because we're playing Arsenal, or?
No. I'm asking, obviously your thoughts on the game, but do you think that losing those 2 players specifically because they won't be in the Arsenal game, is that going to be a big loss, or do you think it's something we can cope with going into the Arsenal game?
Nah, because I still think that Ugarte probably would have played over Kobe anyway.
Yeah.
Against Arsenal, but it just means that we haven't got him to come off the bench. So I don't know. Is it going to be Ugarte? It might be an Ugarte Casemiro thing on midweek, and then whatever's available on the bench to come on later on. But today's game, man, it's probably been one of the best games that I've watched all season.
Yeah, I agree.
Clean sheet. The two players who have been berated by people like me got goal. The only thing I'm disappointed is I didn't see a hat trick.
I wanted to see a hat trick
Almost.
for one of them anyway, at least one of them. But again, like everyone said, for me, Amad Diallo's the man of the match. He was not being selfish today. He could have taken shots for himself. Yeah, he could have gone for glory, but now he didn't. He was feeding the ball. He was feeding the ball to the other players. If he keeps doing that, what I saw today, I will have no issue with Amad Diallo. No issue.
But even the subs that came in, they did a fantastic job as well. Like, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw can cover Leach so well on that position as well. Kobe Mainoo, it was his first game back anyway, so are we going to miss him? Not really. Do we have players that can replace him? I say Ogata is going to play with Casemiro or whoever, or Bruno might drop deeper. I mean, what proved us today that Rashford can play as a number 10, Xerxes can play a number top. We do have a diversity. We can chop and change. We can play, we can play Rashford on top, and we all of a sudden we can change and play Højlund. Højlund got a rest today, man. He didn't have to play. So all the same, what I'm saying, where was the last time we
I think Højlund's definitely be starting midweek, and so will Rashford. I don't see Garnacho starting that game. But Højlund will have the more intensity up front. I thought because we're gonna have to press pretty quick, and we're gonna have to keep doing it against someone like Arsenal. The only thing that worries me is like having Mazraoui, having Luke Shaw in a free back against their set pieces.
Yeah,
but
somebody's gonna handle, Saka 100%. He's a tricky customer there.
It's gonna end up being the low, innit? We already know this. I don't think Malachi will play. That is suicidal. His second game. Get up against Saka anyway.
Okay, Liverpool versus City lineup is out. Haaland on top, Foden in the middle, Gundogan, Lewis, Silva, Nunes, Ake, Diaz, Akanji, Walker. Oof. Their midfield looks shite, to be honest.
It's been looking crap the whole season. But Temba, you back with us, bro?
Yeah.
Temba, can you play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, just give us your thoughts on the game, bro, and your man of the match.
I'm man of the match for me. And yet again, what I would say, I don't think there's much to say because everybody have already said everything I could touch on. Like basically, they've done everything, man. All I would say, at least I'm happy to see you guys like whereby you can win a game of football and Everton 4-0. Now going into that game against Arsenal, I'm sure there's a kind of like confidence going there. Knowing that, yes, with this team, we trust this team. Like I'm saying it, I still believe this team is good enough to get a draw from Arsenal. For me. And I won't be surprised if they win the game. Honestly. Before, like Mick said, Amorim, before coming to the club, you guys were unbeaten. Amorim came into the team with his own record as well. He's unbeaten as well. Before leaving Sporting. So I think those guys will do the job against Arsenal.
Yeah. Another fun fact, guys. We are 4 points now away from top 4. We catched up 4 points and a positive goal difference. So it's you see what we are slowly coming on from the back. So to go to Arsenal as an underdogs and get 3 points, that would be massive for us, guys.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Mick, bro. And you look at it when people were saying it's a little bit too early to change management, but this was one of the reasons why a lot of people wanted to see the change, because you don't have to write off a season in September, in August, bro. You can make a change to try and salvage a season. I think that's the point that people are missing. You don't always have to see out something that's not working. If it's not working, something has to give. And at the time, the window is no longer open, so we can't change players as much as people were upset at the players. So that's not an option. The only option that was available to us was the management part of it, as much as people were not happy to see that. And in hindsight, it's like, yeah, because you see it even with Leicester. Leicester changed their manager right now early in the season because they're not trying to get relegated. So you kind of see the importance of acting quickly and acting decisively, and you almost want to see it on the pitch with players as well. We want to see that quickness, and I think that will come with time, with repeating. these patterns. And like Timber is saying, I think we're feeling a lot more confident. I don't know who said it. Let's get 4 goals, which will actually send out a statement. Because even now, Arsenal knows they can't. It's not like in the past where people were like, it's these guys, we can. It's whatever. We'll get 3 points from these guys. They have to take us seriously now.
I wouldn't even be surprised if we don't go on January window get any signings, because this is sort of addition that Amorim is assessing. We have a big squad that all of a sudden the kitty for the transfer is probably not that huge for January. There's not.
Oh no, we definitely need a left-sided player, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Definitely.
But I'm saying that we definitely need, but I'm not sure if we're going to get one. But I agree what Skylar is saying here. Like, Xerxes today, we saw a total different Xerxes. The way he was linked up by play, arriving late to the box. He was mint today. Key passes as well. Like, he just snapped up. He woke up.
Yeah, and I think that goal, the first one, is what woke him up the most.
Confidence.
You almost saw the relief on his face when he scored that goal. Yes, he was celebrating, but he was just like, "Oh my gosh, yes, And then I feel like after he got the first goal, he almost had a level of freedom. After that, he was playing some of the passes. The foul on Garnacho was because of a ball that he played with his back heel. Like, man was doing crazy things after that first goal and the second goal on the pitch.
Yeah, that's confidence, belief, confidence. That's it, right? But we got to talk about the first half as well, because we started a little bit nervous, we started a bit shaky, but we grew into the game. As soon as we scored that first goal, the confidence was there. We were doing things that we didn't dare to do in the beginning, and this is all we need. Like, this is level 3 in Amorim's ball, right? I would say that, we are starting to see patterns of play. We're starting to see tiki-taka. We're trying to thread the ball in the middle, things that we didn't do before, and we're trying to sort of proper wing play as well. Ahmad, my God, proper winger.
Yeah.
Garnacho coming in as a super sub. Yeah. Garnacho for me is a super sub coming in the second half, just killing the fullbacks. But he still needs to
when they're tired.
When they're tired.
Yeah, I agree with Mick, bro. Like, do people see the importance of having 2 different types of wingers? You can't have everybody in your front 3 who wants to score a goal. I understand that we like Garnacho and some people like Rashi, but when we had both of them as our wingers, nobody was looking for the striker. And that was a problem. Because how the whole point of, or the primary goal of your midfield and your wingers is to create for that guy. I understand you're going to get into positions when you can shoot, when you can score, but you almost need a person like Ahmad who's going to say, look, I'm going to be unselfish and I'm going to look for the guy in the box and set him up. That's all I'm saying. You need a balanced system. Yes, you're gonna have your scoring winger, but you also need somebody who's not going to be looking for the goal all the damn time to give people like Højlund and Xerxes a chance to also score goals. In my opinion.
So for me,
someone mentioned yesterday, this is why we don't need to go out and get loads of wingers, maybe like 1 or 2. But then like we can use 10s there. So I can understand what they're trying to say now, because when I saw today, like even Bruno today, probably had one of his best games in a long time as well. And then even if you have 10s there with someone, I don't know, like a Rashford or a Højlund in front of him, I think it can work. If you've got Ahmad running around down the side on that side, Delo on the other side, or whoever else is going to play on the left, I can see it. It just depends. Like, obviously, some of these players are reaching at an age that they ain't going to be able to do what we're doing or what Amorim's going to want to do long term. So it might be worth the club looking at replacements now and getting them in early. That's what we've not really done in the past, is replace people when you need them. We've always delayed it.
Box coming in and say Bruno 9 assists in all competition now. Yeah, he's important. I also want to mention part of the man of the match contenders is actually Rúben Amorim, to be honest. Why? Because we see him actually doing rotation. He just talks the talk and then actually executes what he's promising. He's mindful of, keeping fresh legs. He's mindful of rotating, something that we didn't see under Ten Hag. Ten Hag was playing 14 players to the ground, and that's where we had injuries. So I'm just going to give kudos for the in-game management for him, for doing the right substitutions, for thinking about player welfare. When he will say, players to play today will not train for the next 2 days. They will more have a sort of rest recovery. And it's refreshing, right? And so far
remember the first week he came, he said these players ain't at the fitness. They're not. None of them are. So when he does get them there, Yeah, go on.
So this is his way to get him up to fitness, not to overrun them, but playing them for 60 minutes and then sub them out or rotate them in games to games, right?
Yeah, I think in the last press conference he was talking about the fact that he didn't really manage the game; he was managing the players, and this is excellent man management, player management. You know,
he's getting to know them now. Like, you know, of course he's anxious because he doesn't know the reaction of them. The crowd don't know him. He doesn't know them. So he's anxious to understand what happens if I throw in, like, take out Bruno and throw in Mason Mount here. Everyone has a part to play in this system right now, and that's, you know, we don't have to say who doesn't fit, who fits, who doesn't fit. I mean, we've seen that he just manages it. Like, you know, everyone's getting game time, which is meaning that we have less injuries and we'll be having fresh legs. And he's probably thought of the long-term longevity. Like, you know, we're playing like 2 games a week now. So Arsenal, come on, bring it on. I'm not nervous at all.
Somebody scored 7 goals at OT in the last 2 matches. The manager is cooking.
Not only that, but also we gotta also give a big shout out to André Onana as well. Coming in,
the save.
That save.
You know,
that guy is. Like, I don't know what happened to Onana this season, man. He's just incredible, man. But guys, what I want to ask is this, man. Like, we've been here before, but we've seen manager comes in and everything they start flowing. Do you guys have that feeling with this same team, whereby you believe, okay, after 18 months, after 2 years,
it's different.
Who wants to go first? Me, it's no, but I've got an explanation, because I'm so sick and tired of this whole cycle narrative, because a lot of stuff has fundamentally changed at this football club, and another one of the biggest changes is the fact that this manager is actually playing his football, and the players to a degree either have to adapt to his way of playing or they're gonna get exposed. This, like Mick is saying, Amorim is walking the talk. He's not saying one thing and doing a different thing, and that's what fills me with confidence. You know, the problem I had with the last manager, okay, the last couple of managers tried to play their thing, but they weren't supported because we had the wrong structure, right? So that's the context that people miss. The last guy had the structure, but he gave up on his philosophy altogether.
Yeah.
Now we've got a in place and a manager who wants to play it. Whether or not it will be successful we remain to see. But at the very least, in the early days, we can see the foundations of what he's trying to do, and he's sticking by what he said, bro. And I think that's all Amorim can do as a manager. He needs to know who he is as a manager, what he wants to do, and do it, bro. Everybody else who can't do it, that's on them. And the club who have bought him in need to fundamentally back that, obviously, in the window. And that we'll see.
I agree. This looks different in certain ways. This is his 3rd game in charge. He's got more time on training. Players seems to catch up on it. Players seems to like to play in the system. Players getting minutes. Players getting rotated. Everyone is happy. This is the way he's trying to keep the squad happy. Everyone gets minutes, and that's key. And winning fosters togetherness and belief and motivation. You know, so this win was so important for the whole squad and for him himself, right? You know, and as they kick on further on, they will get to know each other more, and we see more patterns of play happening. We see a style and identity. Yes, we started a little bit slow and shaky. You know, of course, we didn't start with the best team because the best team was rested. But hey, you know, against Arsenal, we might see the best team, and let's see what happens, guys. This feels different, totally different. How the whole, you know, how they are managing the entire squad to actually get minutes. Before it was the toxic dressing room because they won't get picked, and now everyone has a chance.
Is anyone worried about the yellow cards?
No, Licha, no. And I mean, I'm
who's missing next game again?
Licha and Kobe and Licha.
Licha and Maino. We'll be fine without Maino.
We'll be fine because I think that Luke Shaw's come in and show that he can play that position. You know, and one thing was positive to see Licha to play on the other side. I was like, what the fuck? He did it well.
Yeah, and you know, guys, for me, Maguire and Shaw to a degree are not bad replacements. I feel like they're adequate. I feel like sometimes we're so used to saying, Maguire. But in the last season, and even this season to a degree, when Maguire has been called upon to play for us, the man plays well, bro. I think we can survive one game of not having Licha and having one of these guys debut twice for him.
One thing with Maguire. Maguire thrives in a 3 in the back system. That's where you see the best out of Maguire. You can play that system. But another thing also is all of a sudden that's not a headache anymore because hey, we need fringe players, we need backup players that can come in and do the job. And everyone that comes in, they seem to understand, and everyone puts a shift in. So I'm not disappointed whatsoever. I'm actually impressed. Or was it me having a fever and seeing a totally different game, puppy?
No. We were watching the same game, bro. And yeah, and like I said, I think a lot of these things that we're heading in a very different direction, even with how we bought players, just to go back to the whole, is it the same or is it different question? Even the way we moved in the summer, bro, we weren't sentimental. We didn't give contracts to try and sell people. We let go of people. We recruit some money. We got some money, but some people we let go for free, which is fine, bro. Because we can't keep saying get rid of the dead wood and then you're gonna give people contracts to try and sell them. Sometimes you need to cut your losses and move on. And I think India did that, and they said a president to say, if you're not going to be functional in this team, we're not going to keep you on the payroll for the sake of it. And they'll find a plan, bro. I feel like sometimes people think, oh, Rashi's on 350, he's indispensable. I feel like these guys know what they're doing. That's the one thing I saw in this transfer season. I feel like Dan Ashford and them guys, they know what they're doing. And they can make a plan, bro. And sometimes that plan means you take a loss for the long-term plans that you have for the team. So that's the things that fill me with confidence. We recruited smartly. We didn't fix everything. I never expected us to fix everything. It was a pipe dream to think we were going to buy for every single position, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at these elements, it's almost continue as you've started, Ineos, to a degree. The only one thing we criticized them of was the whole Ten Hag thing, because it was like, maybe you should have made a decision in the summer to get rid of him, but fair enough. You took the gamble to keep
maybe
him.
Amorim was not available in that summer, so they acted when they got a sniff that he was willing to move. Maybe he was the first choice in the summer, but they didn't have time to execute it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because they had to get everything on places with Dan Ashford in place and everyone else in place. But as soon as everyone was in place, the next step was to go for the preferred choice manager.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about stats that give me confidence. Look at what Ridwan
Look at this
has
one.
in the
Big up Ridwan.
Yes, this is incredible. Man United have the second best defense in the Premier League. 13 goals conceded. Only Liverpool has conceded less, which is 8 goals. Come on now.
Come on now.
What? Well, cooking. This is incredible.
No.
This is incredible.
Earlier, that's impressive stats, but that doesn't really worry me, because if we speak about Maguire and everyone else, everyone is a fringe player, has a job to do, come out to see out the game, right? Just basically give the players a little bit of rest, and this is how we can kick on for the rest of the season, because let's face it, there's a lot of games to be played, right? Including all the cup competitions. This is smart.
Let's hear what the professor also got to say.
Yeah, professor.
You see, this is what happened when there's coaching. I have a question for everybody. Do you see a system?
Yes, sir.
Anybody can answer. Do you all see a system?
Hell yeah.
So I have nothing else to say. So you all know what the weakness is. Like, okay, we need the DM issue. That manager has to figure that out. The 10 row, the manager has to figure that out. Listen, Bruno was poor until the assist. He started playing football properly. Rashford was doing his regular run behind. Ahmad was great with the pressing and the counter press and running with the ball. Mazraoui, we already know what there's an issue there, but listen, on the ball, he got to figure it out. He has to figure it out. Leacher and Shaw, they got to fight for left center back. No, I cannot just say, oh, Leacher, this position is secured. Like, no, there's competition. Now, Anthony got to come back and fight for his own spot, whether it's right wing back or left wing back, because again, Dalot just had a regular performance there. Who else? Mino and Casemiro, they do not. So far, they didn't work this game. I think because Mino just came back from injury. This is his first start. This is his first game. So I'm like, okay, I give that leeway. But then again, you see the issue in this. You see that okay, the system is there, but some players can fit, some players cannot fit. Listen, I still think Ahmad is better than the 10 row, but him in the wing back row, I see something because he's more like a winger that doesn't defend more like a wing back, because Mazraoui come and Dalot come. Like, listen, Rúben Amorim is a genius, because I'm like, oh, so this is what you're trying to do. He didn't complicate things, making short passes. But again, Casemiro, Mino, the manager has to figure that out. Maybe they're not up to form. They don't know the system is too hard for them. Because again, listen, I don't like to say legs is needed, but legs is definitely needed.
Definitely. But can I bring something to the stage just to demonstrate how quick football can change, guys. Are you ready? Right? Remember where Aston Villa was sitting before? Here we go. Man United is now on 9th place, 4 points away from top 4. And Aston Villa slipped down to 12th.
Oh
right?
my God!
Was that
Spurs
goal
lost.
difference?
Well, Spurs lost, by the way. The goal difference -3 for
Wait, they
Aston
lost?
Villa.
They drew, no, didn't they?
For United, was United goal difference?
United is +4.
It's +4.
Ah,
Goal difference.
beautiful.
Beautiful. So we surpassed them. We are 4 points away, and Brighton's currently sitting. So this is what I wanted to say. Football changes fast. Spurs drew. We're 1 point away from Spurs. And the thing is, the Premier League is long. Anything could happen, peeps. You know, anything can happen. So what's to say by coming by if we do well in December?
There's this saying, Mick, I hope you know
Oh,
it.
let's just remember though, right, that you know what I mean, we're not in May. You know what I mean? Some people are talking and carrying on like we are in May. We're not in May.
True that. But
When the
I'm just
season
saying,
ends, we shall
when
see.
the season ends, we shall see. But what I'm saying is that we are coming from behind. Nobody's really paying attention. There's no pressure. So who's to say that come New Year's that we be climbing up the ladder and being sitting on 4th? Nobody. Right. So,
Doctor, do you have anything to add, by the way?
I'm not sure you guys have read certain stats, so I'm just going to quickly repeat it. Ahmad's game, this game had 100% take on success, 63 total touches, 7 defensive actions, 4 touches in the box, 4 tackles, 1, 3 passes into the final third, 3 chances created.
That's my boy.
3 fouls, 1, 2 assists, and 2 shots.
Come on, boy.
Where is Mark? Where is Mark?
Mark is hiding.
Listen, when whoever attack Mark, I just want to know what he says, because this is what happened when you have coaching and a system that you could see like, oh, this work, but when, oh my God, Ethan Hawk has starved us. This is what we could be. This is what we could be eating. This is what we could be eating. He has starved. We've been starved. Like, oh my, like. These are the okay. Wait. I'm not gonna talk about him. People, Twitter, YouTube, and wherever, they say these players cannot be coached. They always say these players. And Rúben Amorim coming like, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna have my system down. These players will either fit into my system or they don't fit into my system. And so far, he's testing the water. We are still testing the water with this team, but this team is not set in stone. Because I'm not position still not secure. We're still testing. But when people say these players, I'm like, mute your mic. Don't talk about these players. All we needed was a system and coaching, and we'll build from there. Now we know certain players can fit, some players cannot fit. This manager is chopping and changing every time. The formation you see today, the players you see today, you might not see them next game.
Yeah.
Because the players you saw them you see in the last game, you didn't see them Bodo Glimt. Because again, Bodo Glimt, you saw where Bruno played. Everything changed.
Now is the big showdown at Anfield. Players are walking out the tunnel. This is going to be a firecracker. What do you think? Will Liverpool make Pep scratch his nose or, totally chop his head off?
He must scratch 115 into his forehead. That's what I want to see today. That's what I want to see.
I hurt myself
City
again.
is definitely not going to win. I feel like what they might do at most is scrape by a draw. But winning, no.
Wait, who's home?
Liverpool.
I expect Man City to be demonic. They should not play their football. I expect them to sit back and demonic and hit them on the counter.
All right. Well, that was a fantastic game of football, in my opinion. Yeah. Everyone agrees that the man of the match was Amad Diallo. What a brilliant display of Amad.
Yep.
Involved in all goals, pressing.
Yeah, 100%. And Bruno scammed 2 assists for my FPL. This man here. He scammed 2 assists.
I'm gonna go start the Man City Liverpool watch along. So big up to everybody in here.
We gotta end this stream here, right now.
I'm gonna join.
All right.
Just want to thank everyone
Okay,
for
Nick-
tuning in.
And all the super chats and membership donations as well. Big up everybody
True.
that was
True.
generous. Thank you.
So there was Paul S. There was Anthony that donated a super chat as well. Antonio Esco became one of your members here as well, Poppy, so you don't miss it out. Antonio was he gifted membership also. Luan France, she was a member for 7 months. Guys, amazing. Sorry, I've been a little bit under the weather. I'm catching a fever, but I'm sweating like a pig. But I'm fucking happy. 4-0.
Feel better.
Get in.
Feel better, Nick. Feel better.
See you guys.
We out. Peace.
Oh, back to manager.